What's up, family? This your girl, Empress Goddess, the Georgia Peach. Hope you're doing well. Yes, for me, I'm doing wonderful, my loves. I'm I've just got finished, broadcasting some of that stream about for the because we've been getting some of this tropical storm from the Hurricane Ion. But I'm gonna try to get a little bit of this, a little something in before the weather get too bad. The first half of this is going to be a Capricorn collective reading from my girl Mary's Tarot Corner. The link is in the description box below. And then after that, we're gonna get into spirituality versus religions. Okay.
Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading, Capricorn. Let's see what messages will show up for you today, Capricorn. Spirit, what do we have for Capricorn? What Capricorn needs to know? Okay, let's see. Thank you. We have spring, we have celebrate, very nice energy. It's showing up. We have truth communication. Oh, very nice. And we have music. So Capricorn, for some of you, you might be planning going to some sort of music festival, something to do with music. We have celebrate party. I'm also getting very strongly that you might be receiving signs from music, okay, from the universe. You are like divinely guided. And so it might be quite important for you to pay attention to those signs. I'm getting also, Capricorn, very, very visibly that someone here will play your favorite song, okay? And it can be something to do that someone will send you a message, they will send you a link to this song, or they will talk about this specific author or this music piece. Something like this is showing up. For some of you, you might be musicians, you might be very artistically, very artistic. You might be you might possess the gift of music, and you are very skillful of using it. We also have spring. So March, April, May, Capricorn might be quite important for your situation. So something might have happened during those months. We have celebrate. You have reasons to celebrate because, look, we have communication. So some sort of form of communication is coming. Within days you will receive a text, call. Someone here will reach out and it will make you feel very, very happy. Okay. If you're waiting on some sort of outcome, you can be reassured with the celebrate card that things will be just fine. And you will have indeed reasons to celebrate. With this particular card, this is a card of fun, celebrations, parties, events. It can be a music event indeed. Or some of you might be invited to some sort of a gathering, or you receive an invitation. That's what I said. Invitation to the party or some sort of family gathering, event, birthday party. Capricorn, we have truth. Expect some sort of confession here, Capricorn. Okay, and also that confession, I feel that something here will be revealed and it will make you very, very happy. Okay, someone wants to kind of clarify certain things, and the case might be, Capricorn, that you might be questioning this person's intentions. However, you will receive some sort of communication. Communication is also, for me, this card of clarity. Okay, so some sort of clarity, it's coming with regards to someone's intentions or some sort of event that someone might have said something, something, and then you've questioned why someone would express something of this kind. Something like this is showing up here. But with the truth card, we have honesty, faithful, clarity, confession next to communications. So some sort of kind of important conversation will take place very, very soon, Capricorn. With the spring, this is this kind of card of renewal, fresh new energy is coming forward. We have a butterfly. So butterfly, it's a sign of change, transformation. Okay, so I'm getting here that you can expect some sort of changes, but these changes will bring happiness. So this is like a positive change that it's coming to your life. Okay, so let's see, Capricorn, what tarot will tell us. Could you please show me overall energy for Capricorn, please? Overall energy for Capricorn, please. What do we have for Capricorn? We have an Ace of Cups. So yes, you can expect some sort of invitation. Someone may ask you out. Communication. But this is like a communication of emotions. So something emotional here. I'm getting very strongly that someone will try to, express some sort of feelings or explain a certain situation, emotional situation. Also, this is a new beginning in love. Two of Swords. It might be a case for some of you Capricorns that you block this person, or from now, for instance, you just don't want to talk to them. Because I'm seeing you here shielding yourself, your heart, and actually not for some of you, you might not want to deal with it at the moment. Okay. We have a Nine of Pentacles, which is very beautiful for you, Capricorn, and we have Empress. You might be dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Gemini. I'm getting... Capricorn, what I'm getting here as a collective is for a lot of you, you might be kind of having a break from love. Okay, because Two of Swords, you are blocking, essentially showing that, subconsciously, you might be blocking here some sort of form of an offer of love, new beginning in love, something of this kind, because you are choosing here focusing on yourself. Nine of Pentacles is this energy of being self-sufficient, being very independent, and also kind of enjoying this time that you have. With the Empress, this is energy of divine feminine. Therefore, people are seeing you very abundant, very beautiful, very handsome. This is Nine of Pentacles to the Empress. I'm getting a huge amount of self-love, self-care, and putting yourself first. Meaning, if, for instance, in the past, you were compromising a lot with people, and you might have been stuck, or you were stuck in a pattern that people were rather, they were taking rather than kind of giving the same amount of affection, care, support. I feel now you're making a decision that you are not going to compromise for less that you really deserve. You are putting yourself first. You see your worth, and that's it. If someone doesn't like it, then that's their problem. But I'm seeing you focusing on yourself, minding your own business. I'm seeing also a very, very, very good financial situation. Okay, some sort of profits. I'm getting that for some of you, Capricorn, you will have more financial freedom. Therefore, you'll be able here to afford something extra for yourself. Therefore, for some of you, if you haven't bought anything for a long time, just for yourself to kind of, to enjoy it, you'll have this opportunity very, very soon to kind of reward yourself by buying something very beautiful. But people are very drawn to you. Okay, people see you again, very beautiful, very handsome, that you are bringing a lot to the table, and you are not in any chaser-runner dynamic now. You are focusing on yourself. And by doing this, you are attracting lots of abundance, prosperity, and more importantly, right people to your life. Very beautiful energy, Capricorn. What else we have for Capricorn, please? As an overall energy. What else we have for Capricorn? We have a Six of Cups. Okay. We'll clarify your cards, Capricorn. So we'll see what this is all about. But now we are just focusing on overall energy. Six of Cups. For some of you, it might be quite nostalgic. But what I'm getting here is that someone here feels very nostalgic about you. They are thinking about you. This is someone who you know. Okay, this is not a new person. It might be a person from your past, someone with whom you might have history with. It doesn't have to be your ex. It can be though. But Six of Cups is just someone that you already know. Someone here is thinking about you, Capricorn. With the Hermit, I'm seeing you here trying to figure out, going within, taking a step back, thinking about a certain situation and how to approach certain matter in order to achieve a specific goal. You might be dealing with Virgo. Be reassured here, Capricorn, that things will play to your advantage because we have an Ace of Pentacles. Some sort of form of an offer will be presented to you. It will bring opportunity for a new beginning and better stability. Okay, this is very nice. And we have Page of Pentacles. So yeah, big potential here to have this opportunity. I'm getting quite lucrative opportunity. Also expect some sort of gift. And this gift can be in a form of communication, right? So someone might reach out to you, you know, metaphorically, of course, because we have to look at the bigger picture as well when we read cards. But I'm seeing, you see, this Page of Pentacles is holding this Ace of Pentacles. So indeed, Spirit kind of is confirming here that some sort of form of an offer, opportunity, is coming. And it soon will manifest itself to you. I'm also getting here someone, Capricorn, someone that you've already known, that you know. Someone, it might be, I'm sorry for my English, it might be someone from your past, or there is a sense of familiarity. Okay, so this is someone that you know. With the Hermit, there might be no communication at the moment between the two of you, but with the Ace of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles, there is a potential for the new beginning. So some sort of kind of rekindle of something here might be possible. At the bottom of the deck, we have an Eight of Pentacles, Capricorn. So this is a card of hard work, of an effort. I see you being very dedicated, and your finances will look very, very good. There is a sense of acknowledgement, prestige, being praised for your hard work. And also, Spirit wants you to pay attention to detail, whatever that means. Okay, that's what they're giving me. Because this pentacle here, he's working on this pentacle, and we have this pentacle as well. So it is essentially showing me that something here needs a practical plan, but also it might need a little bit more of upgrade. Something here has to be, a little bit changed, not much, and then it will be ready to be presented or ready to be delivered, whatever the case might be. Okay, Capricorn, I will now clarify your reading, so please take what resonates and how it resonates for your overall situation. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, that's absolutely fine. I will be posting another reading for your sign in about 3-4 days. Okay, so please feel free also to check that reading as well. Also, please check your other placements, and only if you have a wish, please check the other readings. This is a collective message, collective reading, general reading for your sign, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Cross-watcher, you might feel that this is your story, okay, that this is your reading, this is your situation, and Capricorn might be involved in this situation. This is how you can read this message. All right, so let's clarify your reading here. Capricorn, why the Ace of Cups? Why the Ace of Cups for Capricorn, please? So we have a Three of Wands. We have the Star, very beautiful. You might be dealing with Aquarius, Capricorn. And we have Six of Pentacles. This is very nice. We have Seven of Pentacles. So we have a progress. Something here it's happening. It's happening, and you will see something to do with stability, money. If you invested in something here, Capricorn, you can very soon receive some sort of form of financial withdrawal, or I don't know, windfall or profits. Okay, excuse my language. Excuse my broken English. Some sort of form of something here. You will reap your rewards. Okay, there will be some sort of benefits because we have look 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. We had an 8 of Pentacles, and we have a 9 of Pentacles. Massive progress. With regards to your financial situation. Okay, for some of you, maybe you are your own boss with this 9 of Pentacles and the Empress. And if you've been wondering if something here will bring you profit, I'm getting very strongly that soon you will see some sort of progress with regards to your finances. Okay. So your financial situation will look very, very good. This is very nice energy. Also stability. So the Ace of Cups is clarified by the 3 of Wands, the Star, and the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is blessing. Your matters here are under a lucky star. I'm also getting very strongly, Capricorn, that someone here is very hopeful and they are full of hope that they can heal something here with you. This is someone who might, in the past, they might have breadcrumbed you, okay? You were invested in the situation, but you kind of realized that it's going nowhere because of this person habit or because of this person a lack of fully being committed to you. I'm getting very strongly, Capricorn, that someone here is waiting on the right moment in order to kind of make some sort of move towards you. With the 6 of Pentacles, this is someone who wants to, at this time, they do want to kind of present themselves, that they do have time for you, that they want to give you affection, they want to support you. With the 7 of Pentacles, this is someone who is already invested. But however, I'm also getting here, Capricorn, a new energy. With this Ace of Cups. A new beginning in love. You're attracting here someone, Capricorn, who will want it to stay for a very long time in your life, who will be, with whom you will have this equal give take. Okay, and I'm getting with the 3 of Wands and the Star. This is someone who you've been waiting for who you've been waiting for a long time, or something that you've been waiting for a long time, to have a possibility to have some sort of kind of connection of this kind. All right. But I'm getting very strongly because we have the 6 of Cups. The reason why I mentioned someone from the past, because this Ace of Cups, it's you see diagonally next to the 6 of Cups. So it Spirit also emphasizing that someone here is feeling very nostalgic about you, and they do want to heal something with you, this past individual or someone that you've known for a long time. Why the 2 of Swords for Capricorn? Why the 2 of Swords? We have an 8 of Swords. Why is that? Why the 2 of Swords for Capricorn, please? And it can be really anyone, it doesn't really have to be someone that you were involved romantically. It can be a friend, it can be relative, it can be family member, but of course it can be a person of romantic interest as well, like an ex. Okay, we have so the 2 of Swords is clarified by the 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands. So we have a synchronicity. One more, please. Oh my gosh, and we have 8 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles wanted to show up. 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Angel number 888. You might be seeing those numbers, or there is some sort of synchronicity. Look, we have 22888. Wow. This is like a big guidance here from the universe, Capricorn. So it might be worth checking what this angel number might, might signify. Okay, because there is a hidden guidance. Also, 8th of February might be quite important. A 2nd of February might be quite important. 2nd of August, 8th of August, they're giving me those dates. And also 22, it might be someone else's age, your age. 28, 1988, also as a 1982, those years as well are showing up. But this is like a major guidance here. This 2 of Swords, 888, okay, worth checking. So 2 of Swords here, Capricorn, is clarified by the 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands, and 8 of Pentacles. There is some sort of blockage. For some of you, you blocked someone here. Mm-hmm. Someone will make attempt, or they've already trying to reach out to you. But I'm getting here some sort of, for some of you, they are unable to make that contact or to kind of to call you or to text you because there is some sort of blockage. You see, 8 of Swords, it's a blockage, right? We see person blocked or kind of restricted in a certain extent. 8 of Wands. This is kind of communication. Someone wants to reach out, but they can't. There is a blockage. 8 of Pentacles. Someone wants to work on a situation. They want to give you some sort of explanation here. With the 2 of Pentacles, yeah, they are trying to figure out what sort of way to do. Because what I'm getting here, Capricorn, is that this person is perfectly aware that obviously they are if you block them, right? But they are trying to figure out the way to reach out to you. With the 2 of Pentacles, I'm getting very strongly, Capricorn, that this person at the time, they made you feel that you are not a priority but the option. And that's the bottom line here. With the 2 of Pentacles, it might be a case that they juggled you with someone else or with something. Okay. Therefore, they got easily distracted and they couldn't contribute the whole. They couldn't fully focus on you, or they didn't. For some of you, this person prioritized work-related situation, career, finances over you, and you've just took a stand and you said, well, enough, it's enough. This person here, I'm getting very strongly, Capricorn, that someone here promised you something, or they were constantly giving you some sort of an excuses. They brought enormous amount of uncertainty, doubt to the situation. And I'm getting that you just had enough, and you might very, very, very likely block this person. If that's the case, Spirit wants you to know that this person is trying to reach out to you. But I'm getting here that they can't get through. Okay. But they will keep on trying to do that. We have here unblock. So maybe for some of you, you might decide that, that you want to unblock this person. If that's the case, you can expect here some sort of communication. If this person blocks you here, Capricorn, I wanted to say Gemini, maybe you're dealing with Gemini. You can be reassured that they will unblock you, okay? And they will try to communicate with you. But I'm getting here that either way, you might be giving here someone a cold shoulder. They have a lot to say. They really want to talk. They really want to kind of explain themselves, but I'm seeing you kind of not fully open for this conversation. Like, I don't really want to deal with it. That kind of energy is showing up. Very interesting. I believe you have your reasons. Yeah. So show me the Six of Cups. Why the Six of Cups for Capricorn? Seven of Swords. It might be a case that someone here ghosted you. And you just got, enough is enough. So Seven of Swords, we have a Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have a King of Pentacles. So we have a match, we have a pair. This is like a family situation, Capricorn. There will be a reconciliation. So this is very specific. It won't resonate with all of you. There will be some sort of form of reconciliation within your family, or something to do with relatives, because we have a Ten of Pentacles, which is a card of family. We have a Queen and King of Pentacles. This is like a mother-father kind of dynamic, okay? Some sort of, it might be a marriage, something of this kind. I'm getting very strongly for some of you, Capricorns, and this is very specific, is that you might felt that, for instance, someone very close to your heart, therefore sibling, cousin, relative again, was acting sneaky with regards to set.
This is Audible.
Religion versus Spirituality, written and narrated by J.M. Kaczynski. Spirituality is not religion. Savages who exist in a rude pre-civilizational condition are decidedly spiritual. They see the world as populated by spirits and, in some cases, as itself being a spirit of sorts. But they do not have religion. A religion is what results when spirituality clashes with rationality-induced doubt. That is why religions tend to have a rational, almost axiomatic structure. The axioms, that is, the basic precepts of the religion, are often irrational, but they tend to be worked out rather methodically and logically. The reason that Judaism, Christianity, and Islam give rise to coherent legal codes is that they themselves were confluent to some extent with such codes. In any case, religion is about doubt. It is about the doubt that the spiritual person has when he is rational enough to question his spirituality, but not rational enough to jettison it. The reason that religions, such as Judaism and Islam, shun the occult, the reason they forbid it, is that in a person who is a member of a religion-based, and therefore at least partially rational, social order, outright spirituality is about the spurning of rationality and is therefore about psychopathy. It is not psychopathic to be spiritual if one is not rational, but if one is rational, one cannot be spiritual without deliberately flouting moral and logical norms, without, in other words, having the flexibility towards truth and morality characteristic of the psychopath. This has been Religion versus Spirituality, written and narrated by J.M. Kaczynski. Copyright 2017, J.M. Kaczynski. Production copyright 2017, J.M. Kaczynski.
Audible hopes you have.
I, for one, thank you for sharing who you are with the world. Reverend Dr. Ianla Van Zandt, founder, executive director, Inner Visions Institute for Spiritual Development. Host, Ianla Fix My Life. OM TV. Introduction. A spiritual faith is a more practical way to deal with everyday life than cynicism, toughness, or defensiveness. Faith can be sensible and savvy, and practicing it daily increases its usefulness and reliability. Yet a spiritual faith is also tinged with mystery, for it is the connection to our unknown potential and the power of creation itself. Spirituality is the way out of misery, the way into self-knowledge, and the way toward a more fulfilling and effective life. Most people might define faith religiously as a belief in God. This book is about faith as learning to maintain a constant contact with God. By God, I mean the universal and marvelously creative energy that moves us all. By recognizing and affirming that energy, we can become increasingly peaceful and wise. Faith is the willingness to take a chance on what we do not yet believe for the sake of finding greater happiness and spreading and sharing peace. Of course, belief and faith in God can coincide and strengthen each other, but I believe it is also possible to practice faith, to honor, share, and benefit from a spiritual discipline without any particular religious belief.
This is Audible.
Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents How to Be Spiritual Without Being Religious by D. Patrick Miller. Foreword by Ianla Van Zandt. Narrated by Patrick Lawler. Foreword. In 1999, a small book came across my desk from a source that is still unknown to me. It was The Book of Practical Faith by D. Patrick Miller. After glancing through the first 3 pages, I closed my office door, armed myself with multicolored highlighters, and whipped through the rest of the book in about 2 hours. A week later, every member of my staff had a copy and an executive order to read it. Within days, the 10 members of the faculty of the Inner Visions Institute for Spiritual Development had the same response. Perfect! You see, at the time we were developing the curriculum for a spiritual life coaching program that is now 18 years old. Every student that graduated from the program for the first 10 years has read the book. Many of them still quote it at will. Now retitled How to Be Spiritual Without Being Religious, this remains a spirit-filled, God-ordained work. It speaks to so many common issues and some of the most frequently asked questions that arise as one begins or endeavors to deepen their spiritual awareness and connection. Patrick's writing is so clear and heartfelt that it is hard to believe that he did not write the book for you, whoever you are and wherever you may be on your journey. Having read the original book at least 20 times, I continue to appreciate 3 qualities of Patrick's writing that are absolutely essential for spiritual teaching. First, his writing is clear. There are no foo-foo terms or mystical lingo. Each word is carefully selected and eloquently placed so that it speaks to your mind and heart simultaneously. Second, the book is perfectly aligned with spiritual law and principle, although he brilliantly never mentions these things by name. To do so, in my assessment, would probably create confusion, sending the reader off to find more information that they would probably never use. Finally, Patrick writes as if he were speaking to an old friend over a cup of tea about things he has lived and experienced. His wisdom oozes through the pages, converting even the most dubious doubter into a believer of what he shares. I have never laid eyes on Patrick Miller. In fact, over the many years I have taught and recommended this book, I believe I have only spoken to him once, because I could sense that he put his heart and soul into the book. Introduction. A spiritual faith is a more practical way to deal with everyday life than cynicism, toughness, or defensiveness. Faith can be sensible and savvy, and practicing it daily increases its usefulness and reliability. Yet a spiritual faith is also tinged with mystery, for it is the connection to our unknown potential and the power of creation itself. Spirituality is the way out of misery, the way into self-knowledge, and the way toward a more fulfilling and effective life. Most people might define faith religiously as a belief in God. This book is about faith as learning to maintain a constant contact with God. By God, I mean the universal and marvelously creative energy that moves us all. By recognizing and affirming that energy, we can become increasingly peaceful and wise. Faith is the willingness to take a chance on what we do not yet believe for the sake of finding greater happiness and spreading and sharing peace. Of course, belief and faith in God can coincide and strengthen each other, but I believe it is also possible to practice faith, to honor, share, and benefit from a spiritual discipline without any particular religious belief or affiliation. This is my personal experience, and it is what I mean by how to be spiritual without being religious. On the other hand, it is easy to see the damage done in the world by people promoting religious beliefs that are not backed up by the practice of a wise and tolerant faith. Thus, practicing a spiritual faith is not the same as holding fast to a religious belief against all the slings and arrows of reality. In fact, faith is weakened by too much believing. Faith is the willingness to take a chance on what we do not yet believe for the sake of finding greater happiness and spreading and sharing peace. I'm convinced that what most people long for is the constant experience of spirituality and faith in their lives. Obviously, few people identify their longings that way. They are more likely to say they seek intimacy, excitement, comfort, wealth, status, or power. But these objectives are longed for because it seems they would supply what is missing in people's lives. In general terms, what people miss is a sense of stability, security, and fulfillment in everyday living. The great secret of a spiritual faith is that it can supply the core of what we long for. Faith does not replace longing, but it does refocus longing on inner qualities that can be strengthened through contemplation and practice, regardless of one's outer circumstances. By supplying the essence of what we deeply seek, faith also reduces our fear, self-absorption, and competitiveness, thus bringing about a greater harmony between people. The miracle of a well-practiced faith is that it eventually provides rewards that surpass the mere fulfillment of our desires. That is my conclusion after more than 30 years of investigating spirituality as a personal practice. I have written this book to pass on the good news of my experience, that the essence of whatever we long for in life can be attained through practicing faith, and such a practice can be undertaken by anyone with a little willingness to attempt it. Because faith may still be perceived as a vague religious ideal by many, or something that, like blue eyes, you're either born with or you aren't, I've tried to offer pragmatic steps toward the adoption of faith as a spiritual discipline that can be pursued without any particular religious conviction. Near the end of the classic adventure film Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the hero faces the last and most fearful of 3 challenges he must surmount before he can gain entry to the chamber wherein rests the Holy Grail. Earlier, the swashbuckling archaeologist has been told that the search for the cup of Christ is the search for the divine within all of us. But as we know from Indy's previous adventures, inward searches are not his style. Standing before a wide, bottomless chasm, he holds a mystical map that inexplicably portrays a knight walking on air across the chasm. Comprehending that he must take a leap of faith, Indy holds his hand to his chest, blinks, gulps, and then takes a big cinematic step into the void. His foot lands on solid rock. Now, from a perspective changed only a foot or so from a moment before, Indy can clearly see a path that was totally camouflaged from view before his leap of faith. He crosses over and scatters glistening sand behind him to reveal the way to those who will follow. This scene is a true and accessible illustration of the nature and practicality of faith. The spiritual life requires frequent crossings from the known to the unknown. Ultimately, it can provide knowledge of our wholeness or holiness, wherein lie our real security, stability, and fulfillment. Like Indy's map, any guide to the unknown is necessarily mystical and suggestive rather than logical or definitive. And the purpose of faith is not to uphold a prior belief in something already known, but to advance our perspective on what lies ahead. Sometimes a leap of faith affords us only a few inches of progress, yet the subtlest shifts of view can provide enormous insights and a crucial understanding of the path before us. Finally, one who has crossed over a seeming void can help illuminate the way for others who may follow. With this book, I am trying to scatter a little bright sand on the paths across chasms that I have already traversed, and encourage readers to approach the leaps of faith that are theirs to make on their own. This book recommends surrender as the route to power, and inspired risk-taking as the key to security. I hope that readers will examine the path I am describing with curiosity, skepticism, and a sense of adventure, the same qualities that have stood me in good stead in my own research and experience of spirituality. What I am attempting to describe might also be called a spirituality of ordinary life. My experience with this spirituality arises from a lifelong dedication to the big questions. Who am I? Why are we here? What is the best way to be of use? I've never traveled to the East, nor surrendered myself to a guru, nor joined any religious organization to pursue these questions. Instead, I've investigated them in the midst of trying to make a living, develop healthier relationships, and deal with all the challenges and limitations of being alive on this earth. Over the last several decades, I've concentrated with greater clarity on the big questions and made them the focus of my profession as a journalist, author, and publisher. I have had personal contact with a number of extraordinary teachers who have significantly influenced my development. What I have to say about spiritual faith thus represents a unique confluence of many voices and perspectives. For all the problems of Western society at the present time, I feel that one of its great strengths is the opportunity it provides us to merge our dedication to democracy and free thinking with the world's great spiritual traditions, most of which have tended to be autocratic in nature. This book, like many others in recent years, is part of a nascent tradition that might be called spiritual democracy, a path of many influences, a path both practical and profound that can be pursued by anyone in the midst of ordinary life. I hope that my perspective is accurate and compelling enough to encourage others to investigate this priceless path to happiness and wholeness as well. 4 steps to living spiritually. The following 4 steps toward a spiritual and practical faith are both sequential and simultaneous. This kind of paradox is often experienced in the process of building faith. 1. Releasing guilt is the removal of a common obstacle. 2. Gathering trust increases strength, something akin to spiritual bodybuilding. 3. Practicing patience changes one's relationship to time, replacing clock watching with a calm abiding. And 4. Learning transcendence opens one's vision to more frequent and inspiring glimpses of the infinite. 1. Releasing guilt. What stands in the way of faith is not cynicism, but guilt. While cynicism is a compensation for living faithlessly, it is paradoxically a kind of faith itself. Instead of relying on hope, possibility, and the best in other people, the cynic relies on disappointment, pessimism, and distrust. By maintaining this attitude, he hopes to cut his losses and be amply prepared for the next insult or disaster that life sends his way. Cynicism seems to have a lot going for it in the modern world. Any cynic worth his salt would say it's always been the best policy. I know that I didn't give up cynicism until it utterly failed me as a means of self-protection. I reached a point in life where I had nothing left to lose but life itself, and even that didn't look like much to hold on to. As I began to understand the psychological roots of my physical collapse, it became clear that my cynical, stressful attitudes toward life had delivered me into this catastrophic condition. But that wasn't the biggest surprise I experienced. The real shocker was comprehending that the source of my cynicism was neither the sorry state of the world nor any betrayal I had experienced at the hands of other people. The source of my cynicism was my own guilt about what I had done and not done with my life, about my family of origin, about my intimate relationships, about sex, about food, about almost anything you could name. When all of this self-judgment became overwhelming, then I decided that the